This video app review is brought to you by the iPhoneAppReview.com.
What's up, everybody? This is Luke Patrick with the iPhoneAppReview.com, and we're slinging out yet another video review today. This time, taking a look at an application that's got a little bit more of a specialized consumer group. That is, this is targeted at a very specific group of people. And if you happen to be one of these people, you'll really enjoy this. We think the application is called OrthoCare. And if you can't tell by the name or the icon, which I know is kind of hard to see on my white springboard there, but it's about bones, them dry bones. And this application is available for $14.99 in the App Store. We're going to go ahead and pop this and get straight into it. This is the main screen. I did search for fibromyalgia earlier. Pardon me for that. We'll get rid of that. Here's the main screen, and like we said, it is about bones. This is actually a very vast compendium of different conditions that your bones can suffer from as they go along in their lifespan. So as such, it's really more of a tool for, say, the burgeoning med school student or a junior surgeon, etc., etc. Whatever you happen to be involved with, it requires an extensive knowledge of bones. This is your Grey's Anatomy for the iPhone, with a very specific bone emphasis. It's really a pretty nifty application. It's categorized via these different categories. You've got general principles, upper limb, lower limb, and axial, and you can hit any of these to produce an entire list of possible diagnosis, I suppose, possible conditions. Speaking of symptoms, you can hit any of these. Metacarpal fracture, and then you get an assorted list of other categories, which we appreciate greatly. You have the condition itself, which you can read a bit about. You have the same clipboard motif going on. Likewise, you can hit making the diagnosis, which gives you some symptoms, etc. Various information about it, how to notice it. More specifically tailored to those with an extensive medical focus, again, like radiographs. So not as useful for just the everyday user, and so on and so forth. You've also got preoperative management, treatment, the operation, and post-op care, which is nice. And at any point in time, you can jump to other categories and then check out what's going on there. What we did think was awesome is that you can take something like Morton's neuroma and hit favorite, and then it alerts you that it's been favorited. And if you want to see your favorites at any point in time, you hit this, and then there they are. And to get rid of them, you simply tap that. Or you can click to see. So obviously this is very useful for those who are, say, going through an exam and need to memorize certain things. You can favorite them, favorite the ones that you're not as familiar with, go back to them at any point in time very rapidly. It's just a great way to do it. We really appreciate the categorization. Also, sorry, if you want to learn a little bit more about the authors or about the app itself, you can go here to check that out too. So get a good feel for that. We really greatly appreciate the organization of the application. It's pretty fantastic in terms of allowing you to quickly get to where you want to go in terms of looking for diagnosis. We also really liked the query bar that's down here. You can type in anything under the sun and then get results, which makes it even faster to get where you're going. We also really like the favoriting option that, like we said, makes it very easy for medical students to go where they need to go. All in all, we did appreciate the aesthetics of this as well. The design obviously makes it easy to get where you're going. Although we do wish, our only main complaint with this is that this kind of clipboard dynamic does make it sort of hard to see the information. So like, say I want to view this photograph a little bit better, I can't. We kind of wish this was full screen and maybe a little bit more illustrated in terms of allowing you to see a lot more at once. We appreciate the graphical, the effort there as far as preserving that metaphor. But at the same time, we do wish it came with a little bit easier reading style. That way it's just, easier to pick through. Aside from that, though, we really did enjoy the application. The only downside, obviously, is that it's $14.99 in the App Store. It's going to be a bit pricey for just the curious user. If you are just kind of curious about this stuff, obviously it might be better to just do a quick Google search. Otherwise, if you are a medical student or someone in need of this kind of resource, $14, $15 plus the extra cent there on the tax is infinitely cheaper than your average medical textbook, so obviously you know the value of that. And there really is a gigantic wealth of information here. It's absolutely loaded to the gills, and anything that you could ever want to know about bones, as well as the conditions that they're likely to suffer, could be found here with as many subcategories as you could possibly stand in terms of diagnostic materials, as well as operations, etc., and post-op. More things like that. So all in all, it's a fantastic resource for the person in need. Otherwise, Google might do you better, but at $14.99, it's still a better bargain than a medical textbook, so we do recommend it. All in all, we're going to give it a 3.5 out of 5-star rating from us here at the iPhoneAppReview.com. We really did enjoy it, and we figure you will too if you're in the market for it. The price is a bit high, but as stated, if you need it, it's still pretty cheap. And that's all we have to say about it, so at this point I'm going to go ahead and sign out, but we will see you guys later. Bye.